Gemini, this is going to be one of those readings. You have the Three of Wands, the Death card, and you have the Knight of Cups. So, okay, so these three cards right here for you Geminis, this speaks to how a lot of you Geminis are very much so, you Geminis are walking away from a one-sided relationship and one-sided relationships in general, in a general sense. There's definitely a sense that you Geminis are learning how to become more selfish in the correct way. You know, there is a way to become selfish or more selfish in a correct way, right? And then there isn't, right, where you just get crazy with it. But the point is that you Geminis are actually choosing to become more selfish. A lot of you Geminis are seeing the game for what it is. You're seeing at how so many people seem to truly be out for themselves. They're just trying to take advantage of other people, and you know that it's not right. And you Geminis are like, okay, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If they can try to take advantage of you and get all this stuff from you and ask so much from you and claim to be in a relationship or what have you, then I mean, ultimately, you know, you Geminis should be a little bit more selfish, because a lot of you have met so many people, who act like this, where it's like there's no honor, there's no dignity, there's no integrity, there's no fairness. It's whenever it is that you Geminis interacted with them, it's whatever they can kind of get out of you, they can. And there's no kind of understanding that, hey, you already treating them right. How about not take advantage of you? And this is exactly what it is that I mean when I'm gonna kind of get really deep in today's reading, because even when it comes to animals, like certain animals, there's a sense of honor even amongst certain animals, right? Like a lion that's on the hunt does not hunt down. A lion that's on the hunt does not finish off, if you know what I mean, an already ending deer or buffalo or something like this. They don't do that, because to them there's a sense of honor that comes along with it. They're not going to try to take advantage of an already too far gone, you understand what I'm saying, animal that's already about to make the transition anyway. With human beings, it really paints a lot of human beings in a very terrible light about how even animals can have a sense of integrity that human beings don't seem to grasp. They a lot of human beings tend to have this ideology that even if it's dishonorable to take advantage of you, they're still gonna do it because I didn't ask you to do that and this, that, and the third. And it's like, right, but they're forgetting the part. Happy birthday, by the way. But they're forgetting the part where you Geminis, you already were showing them love. So it's like, why do all of that, right? Like, why try to take advantage of you when you were already showing these people love to begin with? So the Knight of Pentacles now and the Six of Cups is about how, because of the fact that you're not associating yourself with them, because you starting to see relationships completely differently, that it's about people trying to take advantage of you. A lot of you Geminis have been, honestly, a lot of you Geminis have been looking, but you've been single by choice. And what I mean, how can that be possible? What I mean by that is, yes, you are looking, but you're not worried about getting into a relationship if you don't find one. But you're legitimately looking. You're serious about putting yourself out there. But if the person turns out to be fake, fraudulent, they're not necessarily who you thought that they were, or who you thought that they put themselves out there to be, then a lot of you Geminis are not really cracked up about that either, right? You're not really broken up about that. And because of this, the Six of Cups represents how this past partner wants to come back. They want to put their best foot forward and finally do right by you Geminis. The Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Cups now is about how, since that's the case, a lot of you Geminis are going to be kind of tested right now to see if you really want to go back to what do I say? You want to go back to this past relationship, right? So if you Geminis are really serious about not going back, then tell them that you're serious about not going back, or better yet, demonstrate it. And how you do that is by not calling, not texting, just don't go back. If whenever it is that they make themselves available to you, they're like, hey, you know, out of the blue or whatever, or come by, don't answer the door. If they text you, don't answer the text. If they call you, don't answer the call. You know, the Four of Pentacles, stick to your decision that you don't want them in your life. Because the Two of Swords and the King of Pentacles represents these exes. They will for sure come back if they have a chance. You know, and it's probably the psycho ex, to be honest with you. It's probably the one that still doesn't know how to take no for an answer. But remember what it is that I told you, Geminis, about how it's going to take a little bit of time for them to actually be able to really understand what type of time it is that you Geminis are not coming back to them whatsoever. They really don't understand that. So, I mean, they're starting to kind of come to terms with reality, but it's very difficult for them because it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, you know, one of those delusional type of time lapses where it's like they're gonna come back, right? Yeah, I'm the best thing that they have. And then some time passes by and they're like, any minute now. Then some more time passed by and they're like, you don't think, nah, I couldn't be. They're gonna come back any day. And then some more time passes by and they get even more disillusioned with the truth that they played theyself. Anyway, let's clarify the King of Pentacles. The Tower, Seven of Cups, Five of Swords, King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. So yet again, the Tower and the Seven of Pentacles, because you Geminis have other things to do. Again, you Geminis have a life. And what have I been saying for the whole time? Having a life one-ups all of that. Because, see, some of these people be expecting you Geminis to be sitting around the house not doing anything all day. And that's not true. You know, people work. You know what I'm saying? Like, what world do some of these people be in, bro? Like, where they really create this, like, oh yeah, this person's sitting around doing nothing. In what universe? You know? In what universe? Anyway, the Five of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune right here really does speak to that. Now, this also speaks to how they, like I said, it's so crazy because they didn't want you before and now all of a sudden they want you. I don't think you Geminis are really going to go back. I think you Geminis are going to see them like they're a bunch of idiots, to be quite honest with you. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.